Manchester United have won against Nottingham Forest 3-2, turning around a 2-goal deficit in the first few moments of the game. Now, Eriksen has made some changes to this starting lineup. Obviously, Mason Mount couldn't play due to injury, which allowed Christian Eriksen to come back into the team, which I know a lot of people would have preferred to see in the starting lineup. I just feel that he's aging, his legs are going, and if we had a younger Christian Eriksen, I would be very happy with him in playing in midfield every single week. It's just his age and his health problems in the past. I just don't think he's the player he used to be, but was back in the starting lineup. And obviously Anthony Martial come back into the starting lineup, which, Jesus, how that geezer is still at Manchester United is fucking unbelievable. It really is. I mean, we heard the comments from Roy Keane last week that what was it, Norman Whiteside would be better and people like that in the fucking team than this geezer. And it was the proof was in the game. To be honest, he should have been moved on a long time ago. But he's back in the starting lineup for Garnacho, who hasn't been good either. But Anthony hasn't been good either. Rashford hasn't been good either. So any of these players could have been dropped for these games. They really could have been from these first two games. But he's changed it slightly. And Manchester United have obviously gone 2 goals down. I mean, Jesus Christ, that first one, what was going on? The goalkeeper looked, I don't know what he was doing, although it was unlikely he was going to save it. But it did look stupid what he was doing. When we went 2-0 down, I thought that was it, to be honest. But probably they just scored the 2 goals just far too early. And then you've got so long, do you go and try and push for the third, which is always the problem away from home at these sort of teams, because although Manchester United haven't been good at home in terms of their performances over the last year, on the whole, the wins have been phenomenal. I mean, the amount of wins we've got at home, our home form in terms of win percentage is right up there with the best in the league. It really is, but it's just the performances at home have been pretty much dire for most of them. We've scraped a lot of wins, like in cup competition. You remember back to Fulham, West Ham, even in the league games, we've slimbered over the line in a lot of league games last season. But we got the job done, and again today we got the job done. I think that is only the second time under Erik ten Hag that Manchester United have come back to win a game of football. I was reading on Twitter there, which is crazy to think that is the case. But 2-0 down after that time, quick goal back on the 17th minute, which really did help Manchester United to get back into this game. Eriksen with the goal, nice bit of work from Rashford, and Casemiro's missed a fucking sitter in this game. Not too sure what's happened to Casemiro at the moment, but he did manage to get the equaliser in the second half, early in that second half, which meant Manchester United had a long time then to try and find a winning goal. And obviously the momentum's got to be with United when that is the case. They get a geezer sent off, and then Manchester United had to go on and win the game. We then get a penalty. We haven't got a lot of penalties recent times, but we got a penalty, which is great, and we finished it. The only worry is that we played, I think that geezer got sent off in like the 70-something minute, and we had, I think, about 14 minutes in the end of stoppage time. So you think that was all that time, like over 30 minutes of play, and we didn't score a goal from open play against 10 men, which is a massive concern for me. When we got that goal to put us 3-2 up, we should have put these to the sword, really, to be honest, with 10 men. But you look at Arsenal, they've drawn at home to Fulham with 10 men, so it isn't always, sometimes it's not always easy playing with 10 men, but at home, a team like Manchester United on the front foot should be really putting these to the sword with that amount of stoppage time as well. With tired legs, we should be putting these to the sword, but it is still worrying signs for me for Manchester United. You cannot be going, no disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but you cannot be going 2 goals down in that first few minutes against Arsenal next week, against Brighton, against Man City, Newcastle, Liverpool. So many teams in this Premier League you couldn't go 2 goals down against and come back. When you play poorly, you're not going to keep winning games of football at home. You're just not on a regular basis. We're getting away with it far too much, but still credit to the lads. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Casemiro, and a number of players have stepped up and got Manchester United back into this game. So credit to them, because it has looked like players have just been giving up for this geezer at times, and I'm still questioning things. I really am. But can this manager turn things around? Because things are going to have to turn around in these next 2 games. in terms of performances against Arsenal and Brighton or Manchester United are not going to get any points out of them 2 games. It's just not going to happen. Them 2 teams are better than us at this moment in time. Brighton are flying. Yes, Arsenal have drawn today, but they are a better side than Manchester United at this moment in time. So we've got to fucking up the play. If we want to start winning games on a regular basis, we've got to improve our performances. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. At least we got the win. 3 goals. At half time I was thinking, well, maybe we can still get a draw out of this game. I know it's negative, but Manchester United had to win this game really. I didn't want a draw. I would have been furious with a draw, to be honest. No disrespect to Forrest, but at home Manchester United have got to be winning their home games if we want to be finishing up near the top of the end of the table in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th position, any of them positions. You've got to be winning your home games, and if Manchester United do not, with our away form being so shit, then you've got problems, you really have. Anyway, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, share this video if you're watching on Facebook, and get in there United. At least we've won the game. We roll on to Arsenal next weekend and see where it takes us. Like the video, I'll talk to you all again soon.